Hi, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about these spring twists, and I actually got a lot of questions about these on Instagram, so I thought go ahead and make a video about it. So the first point that I want to touch on is that I did exactly what you were doing. I went onto YouTube and I figured out how to do these. I took little bits and pieces from other people's videos, so I'm going to be making a whole video to explain what I personally did here. So first, I do want to address that these are spring twists. Now I know a lot of people have been using like the Motto brand or the Freachers brand, but those are more on the passion twist side. So these are spring twists because of how springy they are and because of the actual hair that's used and how tight it is, like how tight the actual twists are. Where passion twists are more like the Marley twists, but they just have like the curly hair at the end, or they kind of have like a little wave to them. So that's a little bit of the difference to me, in my opinion. With that being said, I ordered my hair from Amazon and I got it from the brand Beyond Beauty. And when you get the hair, it comes with these little clips. So you can clip up your hair as you're trying to put the hair in. And then you also get these little jewels. And then you get the hair, of course. And the color hair that I purchased was the T1B/30. When you open the package, it already comes like pre-packaged. And it does say tangle free, but we'll get into that. But the hair comes in 3 of these. So you get 3 of these little bundles. And initially I thought, like, I kind of have a bigger head and I was like, that's probably not gonna be enough for me. But I ended up only using like a little over 1.5. So this hair is what I would use if I do choose to like retouch up here, which I need to, but I'll probably use it for that. And I do love this color that I got. So you can see the difference in the color. So it starts off brown and then it goes to this goldeny reddish color. And I really like it because it looks more natural to me. So I love, 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 love this color. Absolutely love it. So I used half a strand per twist. So what I did was I would take the strand and I would kind of try to fluff it out as much as I could. So it looks like this. And then I would break it in half. And then I would start, so at the root what I did was I did a braid first. And I don't know what you would call it, but I went down like 4 times. So you start the braid and then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I started my twist. So that way, even if it does start to unravel a little bit, it has a little bit to go before it's gonna fall out. And so that's how you would use your hair. So you would tie it around and then do your braid and then start to do your twist. Now, when I was watching the videos on YouTube, I did see that a lot of people said it matters the way you twist. Now, for me, it does, but then it didn't. So I did not want a uniformed look when it came to my twist. So I wanted some that looked like an actual twist, like this, just like an actual twist. And then I have some that look more like just a strand of hair. So for the ones that look like an actual twist, you almost have to twist it backwards. So it needs to go against the way that the hair wants to go. So you would twist it backwards to get the actual twist in your hair. But to get the curl look, I twisted it the normal twist way, when you just regularly twist your hair. So if you want a uniformed all twist look, make sure you're going the opposite way. Like, pay attention to the way that you're twisting. And the way that you can check it is you can braid it and then you twist it a little bit and then let it go. If it goes and it goes and it unravels, you're twisting it the wrong way. But if you are twisting it the right way, of course it'll loosen up, but it'll keep that same twist so that you know that you're doing it the right way. So now we'll talk about the tangles. So when you are taking apart your hair, and also when you get to the end of twisting your hair, there may be tangles. You do not want to fight with the tangles. I would say cut it off. Like, just cut wherever you are, and then you can borrow hair from the other section and then just continue to go down. But I wouldn't try to like break it off, because I did that, and because I put so much force behind it, it kind of like made my twist go like this, and then I had to end up redoing the whole thing over anyway. So it's just much easier if you just go ahead and cut that out. Don't even hassle with it. Cut it. The biggest point that I have with these twists they are so lightweight. I love how light they are. Like, if my hair were this length and I just did a whole bunch of midi twists, that's how this feels. Like, it doesn't feel like you have a lot on your head. And even if you were to go put it in a ponytail, instead of having to like, so if you have box braids or something, a lot of the times you're having to like put your head back and kind of like feel around to make sure you have all of your braids. This is not that. This, you literally can just pull it, and it's also going to be kind of tight to your head like this, and then you have your ponytail, and that's it. Or even if you do want to put your hair like up in a bun, and it's done. Like, it's just put away that quickly, and you're not having a hassle with it. You don't have a headache from it. It doesn't feel like you have a lot of weight on your head. Like, I know when I get box braids, when you get them done initially, and then when you wake up the next day, you can feel it like on your neck, you feel the tension on your head, and eventually you get used to that weight until you take it out, and then it feels like you don't have anything on your head anymore. But with these, it just feels like you just have your hair, and then that's it. So that's my favorite thing about this protective style. If you have weak hair or just fragile hair, if you have thinner hair, I would definitely recommend these over anything that may pull out your hair. And even if you don't have weak hair, even if your hair is super strong and you have thick hair, I think that this style looks really, really good with thick hair, because then it causes you to have a whole lot of these. But you know your hair is going to be protected. Like, the point of a protective style is to make sure that your hair is protected, and this is going to do that. With my edges, I haven't had any damage that I can see, and I've taken a few of these out and redone them. I haven't had any damage to them, and they're not weighed down, so I don't have a whole lot of shedding that's coming out when I took out some of the twists to redo them. Like, you just don't have it because the weight and the stress is not there on your hair. So that is one thing that I'm absolutely in love with. And these have been in for quite some time. These have been in for probably about a little over a month. And the older they get, the more I like them. So that's what makes it harder for me to want to take them down. I think, like I said in the beginning, I think I'm going to go through and just redo the perimeter of my head. And then wear them for probably about 2 more weeks, probably, maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 8, I don't know. Absolutely love this style. Like, I am truly in love with this style. This is probably going to be in my top 3 favorite protective styles. Really love it. The only con that I had with this style is that it took so long to do. It took me a very long time to do this. Now, granted, I did take a few breaks and like I ate in between and all that kind of stuff, but this took me about 9 hours, I would say. And I think the reasoning for that is because my parts are so, well, and when I looked at other people's pictures, I was like, okay, my parts aren't that small. Like, I thought that my parts were small, but they're really not. But I did my parts like what I would consider to be small. So this is what I have for one twist. This is what I have for one twist. So I did that all over my head. Now right here in the crown, they're probably not even doubled in size, but they're just a little bigger because I know like in here nobody's gonna really see that much. So that's why it took so long, because there really are a lot of these in my head. I don't know how many because I didn't count them, but it's a lot. So it does take a long time, but once you get them in, you're good. Like, you don't have to worry about anything, swimming, washing, anything. Like, you're just good until you want to take them out. Now, taking them out, I haven't had that experience yet except for the perimeter, but the perimeter was really easy because I had them all in the actual twist. I didn't have any in the front doing the curly hair. So I don't know how those will be taken out. I have heard a few horror stories with people taking them out, but I honestly don't feel like it's gonna be an issue. That is my spring twist story. If you have any questions or comments, put them in the description box below, and I'll see you in my next video.